Hello and welcome to this week's Rocksmith developer stream. I'm your host and community developer, Doug Lilly, and I welcome you all to join us here today as we play through the Pretty Reckless song pack. In just a moment, we're going to take a look at the songs included in this week's song pack, which just came out Tuesday, a couple days ago. We're going to play through those, and a bonus track. We're going to have some giveaways, and if you've got questions for us, please reach out to UB Jurassic in the chat. That is Brian Turner, our community manager over in North Carolina. We're here in Ubisoft Studios, San Francisco. It's a pretty nice day today, I'd say. A little on the chilly side, which is where I prefer it. Thank you. So we're going to take a look at the Pretty Reckless, and we'll be back with more right after that.
Lately, I'm alive. Never was a girl with a wicked mind, but everything looks better when the sun goes down. I had everything, opportunities for eternity, and I could belong to the night. Your eyes, I can see in your eyes. You make me wanna die. I'll never be good enough. You make me wanna die. And everything you love will burn up in the light. And every time I look inside your eyes, you make me wanna die. Drink what you leak and I smoke what you sigh. You see across the room with a look in your eye. Got a man to his left and a girl to his right. I start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody mix my medicine. I don't know what I'm on. Somebody mix my medicine. Now baby, it's all gone. Somebody mix my medicine. And somebody's in my head again. Somebody mix my medicine again. There's a tiger in the room and a baby in the closet. Pour another drink, Mom, I don't even want it. Then I turn around and think I see someone that looks like you. While you hurt, while you sleep, while you sleep, while you lie. Now you're in deep and now you're gonna cry. For the love that I make, I'm going to hell. With the devil, you can hear the wedding bell. Father, did you miss me? Don't ask me where I've been. You know, yes, I've been told I redefine a sin. And I don't know what's stopping me to put this in my head. Maybe I wish I could die. Maybe I'm dead. And it's for the lies that I fake, I'm going to hell. For the vows that I break, I'm going to hell.
And welcome back. There you have it. Three sort of Sunset Strip-infused hard rock songs from the Pretty Reckless, fronted by Taylor Momsen. We're going to go ahead and get right into the music here. Well, we're going to visit our guests first. Hello, our guests. I'm going to start on the end. Hello, Se Young.
Hi.
How you doing? You're playing bass today, I see.
I am playing bass.
What bass are you playing? Did you grab one?
Help! Dad. It's Ibanez, but what specifically? Okay, me neither. Well, I can
We got an
read,
Ibanez.
but yeah,
I started to whisper it. Yeah, Geo.
I usually
was
use
it?
like the short scale bass,
Yeah.
but because the song we're about to play is lower, it's a lower tuning, and there's some parts that are up here, so it like the intonation just didn't sound as good. So I was
Gotcha.
like,
That checks out. Okay,
full size.
that makes sense. And Andrew Levin.
Yep.
Welcome. You note tracked this?
Yep.
Cool. This is, by the way, My Medicine.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to start with. So I forget to just say the name of the song sometimes. So you note tracked this. You're playing the lead part,
Yeah.
which is in, was it E flat? Open E flat?
Open E flat.
Open
yeah.
E flat.
Yeah.
So you're playing with a slide,
Yep.
which we haven't had a slide on for a while. I think the last time we had a slide might have been More Human Than Human.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think that was the last time, which was a few months ago.
Yeah.
And you got your Fender Strat. What's going on? With
Oh, it's no.
oh,
it's
this. Okay, I see.
Telecaster.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
it's
am I-
like a.
Does it have a neck? Different neck. I'm
No,
reading.
it's yeah, it's
Actually-
like
oh, I
a,
just
it's
can't.
yeah, it's like a thin line tele. So
Okay, I just can't read.
Yeah.
My eyesight is very bad.
It's okay. Yeah. I only judge you a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine. I can't. I'm trying to read instead of actually looking at the guitar.
Yes,
That's what I get.
But yeah, these things are cool. It's a thin line
reading.
telly, which means it has this. It's semi hollow.
Okay.
So has a different sound than a normal telly.
All right.
It's not the greatest for slide. I really
Yeah.
like this guitar quite a lot, but for slide, I kind of grabbed it and was like, oh wait, no, because the action's low, and so you usually want a little
Gotcha.
higher action. if
Gotcha.
you're
Now,
playing slide.
why is that?
Because otherwise you might accidentally press down and
Actually, like fret.
yeah,
the notes,
exactly.
which isn't what you're going for.
Yeah, exactly.
using
You
a
want to
slide.
keep it above, the yeah.
The fret line,
Yeah, exactly.
the watermark.
Yeah, you don't
Is
really
that-
want to be pushing down on it.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Anything we should look out for during this playthrough?
Yeah, actually, one thing I would say, because the cutaway on this guitar is at the 21st fret, but it kind of jets out a little bit to the 17th fret. There's a couple parts where it sounded to me like he was playing high up, and he was playing all the way up at the 21st, 20th fret, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And it really sounded like it was that high because of how the string sounded, but it's just kind of a pain to play that on this guitar, so I'm probably going to be playing that section a little bit lower but on a higher string.
Okay.
So
Okay. Just transposing it. Up.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, here is my medicine. Remember, if you have any questions, ask UB Jurassic in the chat. And after this, we will have our first prize of the day.
I thought that was you for a second.
Oh no, that's Taylor.
Somebody mixed my medicine. Somebody mixed my medicine. Where you hurt, where you sleep, and you sleep where you lie. And now you're in deep, and now you're gonna cry. Got a woman to your left and a boy to your right. You start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody mixed my medicine. I don't know what I'm on. Somebody mixed my medicine. Now, baby, it's all gone. Somebody mixed my medicine.
Sounds fun. It's fun. So I had a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
To take a look at how we did here. First off, Toy Machine SH wants to know what can you use instead of a slide if you don't have an actual slide made for slide guitar,
Oh.
and you have maybe you just looking around the house for stuff that you might be able to play instead.
I don't want to endorse the original.
Thick rings?
Thick rings.
Kind of.
There
Well,
are-
actually, if it's going all the way across, then maybe.
Yeah, because they could be harsh. I have like a little ring slide that's. I used to be like, it's been a while, but I used to be super super into slide.
Yeah.
And so I have all these weird little ones, and there is a ring slide which is like that big, and it's just for one string, but it's just it has to be super smooth.
Right. Right.
So
So no endorsements of household items
well, I
to be
mean,
used for slides.
I've used my iPhone.
Okay.
You can one sec,
That seems-
actually.
That seems
What about a test tube?
dangerous. Test tube. Do you have test tube? I
That's
feel like
not really a
do you have-
household item.
we've got cans. Cans are being held up. Bottlenecks. Just be careful. Obviously,
Modern technology solving problems.
it's the most expensive guitar slide. And I guess just be cautious when using glass or metal that's not
Yeah.
explicitly created to go on your finger for slide guitar.
I mean, do you mind if I tell the history of how slide started?
Please do.
Because I mean, you don't want to do this.
Okay, so as a precautionary,
Don't do this at home.
Cautionary.
Um,
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, but somebody, I guess that in the early 1900s, people would break a beer bottle or a wine bottle or whatever and take the end and then shave it down so it's not sharp and
Right.
then make that a slide. That's how it started. So don't
So
do that.
Don't do that. Just go buy
Yeah.
a slide. They're
Yeah.
usually less than $10. Is
Yeah,
that-
yeah, like $3-4.
yeah.
The other thing, if you don't have a slide or you don't have any household items, I probably would not recommend practicing slide with your iPhone because it's a different technique.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have something?
Yeah, do you think this guy used a steel slide or a glass slide?
Oh, that's an
Oh.
interesting question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. She just asked if whoever played on the recording used a steel slide or a glass slide. I don't remember. I think it may have been a steel slide actually.
And what would be
Um,
the difference in tone?
Yeah, it's just a different sound.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't tell much of a difference. I tend to prefer glass. But yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, when you're playing slide, you'll notice that most people are going to be muting before the slide, right? So
Yeah.
you have the slide right here, and you really want to be laying these two fingers down flat so that the strings don't ring out, because otherwise you're going to get all this sound that you don't want. So like, good sound on the slide is defined because I'm muting here. But if I take these fingers off, you just hear all that noise.
It's like you're hearing the sound almost from either side of the slide.
Exactly.
That extra reverberation.
Yeah. Another thing to keep in mind is most slide players don't use a pick because of muting.
I was going to ask you about that, and Francois Luong, SF, who's downstairs, asked what kind of finger picking you were doing.
Oh, I was just.
Strumming with your
Yeah,
fingers. Now, so why is that just for precision?
It's also for muting
Muting. Okay.
because you have this thing sliding around. You're gonna get
And
all
it's
the
on all
string
the
noise.
strings,
Yeah.
right.
So if I mute it and then I can choose which notes I want. If I just don't do that,
Yeah.
like I would with a pick, it all kind of rings out.
Yeah.
So.
You don't want to. Okay. So
Yeah.
just keep that kind of precise feeling. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Say Young, anything you wanted to note about the bass part there?
It's easy.
It's easy. Okay.
Just random slides.
Just a lot of a lot of different kinds of slides, fretted slides, for that one. Fretted? Yeah. Yeah, 'cause-
Not using
Wait, hold
it.
on,
no,
wait,
you're not using a
wait.
slide. You're not using a slide for this.
Oh no.
No. Okay. It's probably good. All right. Thank you both very much for playing. We're gonna go ahead and go to our first giveaway of today. This is the first of 2 Ernie Ball prize packs. So if you have an interest in winning one of these Ernie Ball prize packs, please listen to what Brian Turner, that is UB Jurassic, listen to what he's saying in the chat for your chance to win the first Ernie Ball prize pack of the day. If you enter and win, you will receive a package of 2 packages of strings, 1 6-string set, 1 4-string set. You're going to get a package of 12 picks from Ernie Ball. You're going to get 3 extra picks from us. You're going to get an Ernie Ball strap. We just got a new batch of the prizes in from Ernie Ball, and now we have red, bright red guitar straps. Not light red, which is another way to say pink, but red, very bright, vibrant red. I meant to bring one up. I didn't. I'll do that next time if I remember. We'll see. And you're also going to get a package of Ernie Ball Wonder Wipes if you win, and a peg winder from Ernie Ball. So please make sure you listen to what UB Jurassic is saying in the chat. Make sure you're following the page because you do have to follow in order to win. If you win, make sure you send Brian your, he's going to whisper you, and then you should reply with your full name, your shipping address, and your telephone number. We need all of that information in order to get your prize to you. If you are outside of the U.S., we do ship outside of the U.S., but please make sure you separate your address line by line to make it easier for me to get your prize to you. We appreciate that. Brian Turner, he's over in North Carolina in the Ubisoft office in North Carolina, running raffles and moderating for us. He will be gone next week, and we will have a guest moderator in his stead. We'll talk more about that when that time comes. But for now, we want to say have a nice break to Brian Turner. Coming up, I think are we good? I think we're good. We're gonna go, no, we're not good. I'm gonna keep talking. So we don't have. Yeah, if you have any more questions maybe after the raffle has sort of run its course, and the exclamation raffle spam has sort of died off, we're still open for more questions for the staff here who you can't see because they're not on camera. But just make sure you tag UB Jurassic when you ask those questions, and he'll get those questions to me through the magic of the internet. On the way, we've got more songs from the Pretty Reckless, and yeah, actually, it's all Pretty Reckless. I'm gonna give a little bit of a spoiler. All 4 songs today, Pretty Reckless, because there was one Pretty Reckless song previously in the library. That's not what we're gonna play right now. Right now, we're gonna say hello to Brian Shu and Chris Wu.
Hi.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Hello. I'm doing well.
Good. Brian Shu.
Mm-hmm.
Is this new to the stream?
No.
No?
This has been on the stream before,
Okay.
but the neck is different. Thing I like about tellies and strats is that it's so easy to swap parts.
Right, which is
And,
what I thought happened earlier, and I was wrong.
So this is actually a Nash telly body, but with a real Fender, like standard American Fender telly neck.
All right.
And the reason why I have this on is because the Nash neck is really fat. It's like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
It's super fat. And it hurts my hands to play, but I love the sound of that neck. So what I'm actually having Pody do, since he's our resident guitar guru, luthier guy, he's taken that guitar neck and he's going to shave it down a little bit for me.
Okay. Is that sort of like all around the back, or
just kind of just thin it out just a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, it's fat, just a little bit too fat to be uncomfortable for me to play live.
Gotcha.
But that neck sounds amazing. This Fender neck, he also actually, I was going to pay him with a neck.
Yeah.
But he ended up basically just fixing this one too, because I guess the nut slots were cut very poorly, so he kind of filed it down for me, and now it plays perfect. And like,
so do you just want to keep
awesome.
that neck? Are you going to keep the neck?
Yeah,
that
I actually have another telly neck at home that I might gift him.
How many necks do you have? Do you just have necks?
How many? I guess stray necks. How many necks that aren't attached? To a body. 2. Okay.
2.
That's
Two floating necks. Like
Just
floating
two
necks.
telly
Wandering
necks
necks.
and one of them's like a Warmoth, really thin neck with a rosewood fretboard.
All right.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
And Chris Wu, thank you for joining us. You're playing bass.
Yes.
It's been how long has it been? It's been a while since you've been here, I think. few weeks. I think you
Few
popped
weeks,
on.
it's been
You
a
popped
few
on to
weeks, yeah.
talk. I don't remember if you've played in a while. It's fine. Somebody
Yeah,
in the
but-
chat probably knows. Somebody- and I see you've got the Chris Novoselic. Jeopardy. That's
No,
what-
I've
no.
played since Jeopardy.
I don't know.
think.
I don't know. We can check afterwards. I'll look through those notes that I talk about all the time.
Come on, Elliot. Answer
Yeah,
that question.
no, I'll check in the chat what you guys are playing. So you guys are playing Going to Heck. Sorry,
Mhm.
Yes, this is a Christian
Going to hell.
server.
Going to Hell.
Yeah.
Which I unedited
It's
myself.
not a Christian server. It's
and
not even a server.
It's not a server. It's a
No.
Twitch channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we welcome all denominations.
Brian Chu, you note tracked this one.
Yeah, I didn't do the transcription. So funny
Okay.
thing with this tune is that it's unreasonably difficult for what the riff is,
Okay.
because there's a bunch of unreasonable jumps that they didn't have to play it this way, but that's how they actually play it. And
Okay.
I inherited the transcription. I was like, wait, that can't be right. Like, he can't be playing this riff like that. Because basically the intro riff that you'll see in a little bit, basically he's doing something like he's doing that. You can do that in one position here.
Right.
See, I wish I knew that. I wish I could transpose
Like
that, because
that.
I had to
Yeah.
learn it with that hard jump. And I was like, it feels like a bit of a difficult jump. Like,
Yeah,
going
no,
all the
it's
way
it's
out.
unreasonably difficult, and that's how they both play it. So that's how I
Okay.
tracked it.
I guess it looks flashier on stage.
It does
Yeah,
look
'cause of the
flashier.
movement.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to do it like that, but
So
it
you
looks
so
cool.
you kept it with the authentic transcription of how they played it. But if you
Live,
want to
yeah.
play it in the single position, it'll work. You just have to do
Yeah,
some-
yeah. If
some
you just
mental
want to play it
transposition.
down here instead,
Yeah.
you can use that open string
Yeah.
of the A.
You're not using your hand at all.
Well, I
Not
guess I'm
moving
in,
your hand at all.
Yeah, I guess I'm down tuned.
E flat drop
E flat, drop D flat. So,
Yeah.
but
Cool.
A string quote
Right.
quotations.
Right. It's the A string. Even if
Yeah.
it's not currently tuned to A, it's the A string. I'm okay with calling it that. I don't know if I'm right. Again, I don't cite my sources.
I don't know.
I just-
Some
I just-
people
I
might
just-
get
The yellow string.
the yellow string.
so some people
Yeah.
some people might get annoyed, but
They might.
yeah.
I'll
Whatever,
never, I'll
though.
never see it though.
Yeah.
Are you playing it the way it's tracked, or are you?
I'm gonna play it
that's
the
a good
way it's
question.
tracked.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at Going to Hell. Again, if you have questions, make sure you tag New Jurassic in the chat.
I think I got some genty.
Did you miss me? Been locked up a while. I got caught red-handed, but took it all in style. Like that, so like a fashion, like it way back when. And now I'm versed in too much worse, so I'm
Oh shit. I guess I'm going to hell for that. Oh, this part's fun.
That's what you meant to say
know.
earlier.
That's the most fun part of the song. It's
So
just like
I think I heard you. I think I heard you talking about that that bit to somebody in the studio earlier, and I believe it was you. But you're saying basically you're just trying to make noise. You're just trying to make it
Yeah.
as noisy as possible.
yeah. So yeah,
so
you just all you got to do is just go for it.
Strum and like bend and strum.
yeah.
So it's
essentially.
not necessarily a
It detects
precision-based-
surprisingly well,
Does it?
actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what's really funny is like when you look at the interface, the two notes like
Go
bend
towards
the
each other?
opposite directions of each other. It's like kind of weird looking, but yeah, I guess there's nothing. It's really fun. That riff is super fun to play once you get all those jumps
Yeah.
like just nailed.
So would you say it's more fun to play the difficult way than it is the easy way?
I would say so. Like I mean, it's good to be able to
Do either?
do either just for the brain workout of like, oh, okay, maybe if I just want to do it in this
Drop the
position
pen,
or
yeah.
whatever, and it's good to know like what notes equal
Yeah.
the same notes in a different position, just for fretboard knowledge
Sure,
and
sure.
experimentation. But yeah, that song is super fun to play.
Cool.
Once you nail those
Um,
parts. And I completely forgot there was that
No,
arpeggiated section. I was like, oh,
it gets
yeah, I
quiet.
forgot.
It's a little bit soft for a second.
Yeah.
Chris, does that bass line pretty much follow the main riff?
I think so. Like
Most part.
everything you're saying about the large jumps that plays that
Yeah.
same riff. I think I got a better score than I sounded like, but I think more movement is more fun.
Yeah.
And I think what I said before, there is something to be said about like when you're on stage, just being more like
Animated.
exaggerated and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, and
Yes.
animated.
Yeah, it's more satisfying to nail. And it's just like a really great exercise in being accurate and jumpy. Like, so this
So
would
like
be a great
fretboard knowledge.
Yeah,
basically.
fretboard
Yeah.
knowledge. So this is a great tune to just practice. And like, if you could get to a point where you could play that riff with your eyes closed, that's actually, or like not looking at your fretboard,
Yeah.
that's actually a really great skill to shoot for. It's just like you know it so well that you can actually do all those
And
jumps
you know your
without
guitar
thinking
so well.
about it.
Yeah.
I will say the bass also gets to do that, like the
Digga,
weighting
digga,
on
digga,
the
digga, digga,
tremolo
digga,
and
digga.
bending, and then
Yeah.
at the end going from like the first fret all the way down.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
fun.
part's super fun to track.
Just put that phrase or two on repeater and just spend hours there. Don't do that.
I would love to riff repeat that at like 1% speed.
You
Just like
digga, 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 digga.
yeah.
That does-
Anyways,
that'll be for that'll be its own stream later on.
yeah.
Do have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Tufty McTavish asks, will shaving the neck alter the sound of the
Mm,
guitar?
It will probably change it in some way. Maybe it would be very minimal for the most part. I think, unless it's a huge change in like girth, which it can't be because there's a truss rod in it.
Right.
So like they can only he can only shave it down so much.
Right. At some point, he'll meet the spine. and
Yes,
it's,
but if you buy a really thin neck and compare it to a thick one, and you swap them on the
Yeah.
same guitar, you will notice there's a huge difference in
Okay.
the way that they sound.
interesting. And is that
Yeah.
despite effects? Is that like only clean?
I mean, with a lot of distortion, it's easier to
Mask.
but if you're playing a lot of clean stuff or like light overdrive stuff,
Yeah.
the bit of girth that you get on a neck actually does translate to the girth that you get when
Like
the sound comes
sound
out of
girth?
your amp. There's a
Okay.
little bit more like just roundness
It's a
and
girthier sound.
yes,
That's what you're saying.
girth,
So we're gonna move on.
Girth.
girthy.
BBQ Kyle has a question as well. Wants to know
Is
the
it
bridge.
about girth?
It has
about
no.
barbecue?
It is not.
Oh,
It is not.
okay.
No.
girthy barbecue.
Yeah, we'll be right back. No. The bridge on my guitar has a sharp edge on it that's been cutting my picking hand. What's the best way to smooth it out?
The bridge.
The bridge. I feel like there might be some extra questions. I've had that experience on some of my guitars as well, where like when you try to like palm mute.
What kind of bridge is it?
What kind of bridge is it, BBQ Kyle?
Is it like a
We'll
Strat?
ask. We'll ask now and see if we get an answer. We'll give him just a moment. So somebody's gonna have to. Oh yeah. Yeah, the chat is full of it. Thanks, guys.
Girthy.
Yep.
yeah. Girth.
Tremolo, he says. He just says tremolo.
Tremolo? Like
Tremolo.
a Floyd
Oh,
Rose?
like a Floyd trem?
Maybe.
Or a Fender trem.
Just says tremolo.
Okay.
So
Well, like,
and I don't know if it's like the little posts, the screw in posts.
yeah. So that the reason why I'm asking
Fender.
which kind it. Oh, okay, it's a Fender standard trem then.
Okay.
Then yeah, it might be the posts that is digging into your hands. You could potentially like Dan is probably a better person to ask about like
He might be in the
replacing.
chat too, so.
Oh
Dan,
yeah,
if you're out
He
there,
might
yeah,
be.
Dan,
Dan.
save us. You could buy
Or Pody.
different
Pody probably
posts.
knows.
He's in the.
Yeah.
Dan's answering in the chat.
Okay.
So
cool.
saddle screws can be bought
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, it might be the saddle as well. So like Dan said,
Just buy
but
shorter screws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go. All right. Thank you both very much. We're going to do our second giveaway of the day while we watch a video. So we're going to take a look at one of the 60-day challenge videos, this time with Trevor. While you're watching that, we're going to give away 5 copies of this week's DLC, the Pretty Reckless. Speaking of which, Pretty Reckless DLC for Steam. So if you want a chance to win one of those 5 copies, please listen to what UB Jurassic is saying in the chat, and we will be right back with more music after that.
My name is Trevor Trout, and I am 28 years old. To be able to actually learn how to play the guitar and be fluent with it, and maybe even good at it, would mean a lot to me just because, you know, my mother is very, you know, musically inclined. My grandfather, very musically inclined. He did the old school country. He just passed away, and that's definitely been a thing that's been driving me to pick it up, just to kind of help continue his legacy. Uh-oh, here we go. My first experience with Rocksmith was awesome. It was so much fun. I was playing for maybe 30 minutes, and I already feel like I can actually do this. I'm still kind of frustrated with the harmonics. I'm just having a hard time. These last few times, when they did throw chords at me, I was able to get my fingers in place. All right, sweet. "20 days left, and I'm much faster. I'm picking up songs much faster, progressing through them much faster. since day one, I haven't stepped back once. I've always made steps forward. I do have a lot of room to grow, but I also have the confidence going forward to know that I can get there. I'm playing The Kinks, You Really Got Me Now, Everlong by the Foo Fighters, and Aerosmith's Walk This Way. What? What? Like, I can do that? Like, that was like my moment. That was like my aha moment. It's really cool, and my girlfriend even told me last night, she's like, I'm really proud of you. You're doing so good. Like, I can't even believe, like, where you were before. Like, this is something that you've always wanted to do, and now you're doing it. And to have her say something like that, or even be like, holy shit, that's a lot of notes that you just hit, or whatever, like, it was like, yeah, this is real. Like, I'm doing this. With my grandfather being gone now, just knowing that he's gonna be living on through me and through his music and through now my music, it's great. It really is.
And welcome back to this week's Rocksmith Developer Stream. I'm your community developer and host, Doug Lilly. And joining me right now, we have Greg Studley and Francois Luong. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doing well. Doing well. That smile is a lie. No, thank you for joining us and playing this bonus song. So, what are you playing?
I don't know.
We're playing Heaven
what are
Knows.
we playing?
Heaven Knows.
Heaven knows.
Well, at least somebody does.
Heaven knows.
I feel like I made that joke
You
as soon as
did,
I
you
sat
did.
down.
Yeah,
but now you've
made
heard
it off
it.
the air. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you repeated it for the fine people at home.
Everyone deserved to hear that one.
Yeah. So Heaven Knows was the previous The Pretty Reckless song. Do I have to say the every time? The is a different band. Kidding. I can do this all day. The. It's a band. They're not in the library.
From the 80s.
I'm going to stop talking about it. Yeah. You got it. You know what I'm talking about. Because anytime we talk about a band that's not in the library,
Wait,
people say
so
things.
if someone was like, "Hey, you going to see the?" You could be like, "Yeah, I'm going to go see them."
No, well,
Could you do that or
when
no?
when I was on
Is
radio,
that not how you do that?
I one time pronounced them as the, and I got in trouble with
Ooh.
my station manager for not saying the.
That's not
Yeah,
good.
no, it wasn't. But what we're talking about, yeah. So The Pretty Reckless. This was the former The Pretty Reckless song in the library. We got there.
Made our way
Heaven
back.
knows. Yeah. So you're gonna play that. So you didn't note track it. I don't think you were here then.
Probably not. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
It
I
came
don't
out with the Women Who Rock song pack about, what, 2 years ago?
Two,
Toy?
3 years
Can you
ago.
re-
I've
can you
got. Well,
correct
I've
us?
got it. I actually have that one on my notes. But I just didn't want. I was going to ask you. I was going to try to invite you into this this process. That was 2016. Women Who Rock pack. So 3 years ago.
Pretty
A
close.
little
Yeah.
over. Yeah. So you're gonna play Heaven Knows, another song from The Pretty Reckless, and have you had a chance to sit
Yeah,
down with it yet?
Yeah, I played it once.
Okay, cool. And first of all, you're playing bass on this one. Cool. And you're doing the lead path. Great.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. That's what we had you
Affirmative.
down. Yeah. All right. Well, this is Heaven Knows by The Pretty Reckless.
It should be.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is gonna be something approximating Heaven Knows.
Jimmy's in the back with a pocket of heart. If you listen close, you can hear him cry. Oh Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below. Sing it. Oh Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below. Way down below. Way down below. Judy's in the front seat picking up trash. Living on the dole, gotta make that cash. Won't be pretty, won't be sweet. She's just sitting there on her feet singing. Oh Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below. Go. Oh Lord, heaven knows we belong
amazing how young they sound in this recording.
Right.
Love that bass line. Have so much fun with that bass line. I think some of the other of their songs we've played, I've said they have sort of their roots in the sort of Sunset Strip hard rock, mostly of the 80s. Like that's, I think, where I see the most direct. This one's a bit different. I think this one has more like kind of grunge roots.
You know, it's funny. I would actually agree with what you said first, but it's not quite as obvious in this one that's where their roots are. I mean, kind of basing kind of like the little guitar fills that are in there definitely still makes you think of that kind of classic rock type era more than the grunge stuff. But you could definitely find elements of what they're doing in there, especially when they're kind of having that open A. And this kind of cries out more of the grunger.
Yeah,
So it's a nice like hybrid between the two.
And
for this
it's a
tune.
fun with some sort of chanty call outs.
Yeah, very anthem-y, yeah.
What?
Very
What's-
anthem-y.
Yeah.
Anthem.
Anthem.
Anthemous?
Anthemic.
Ooh,
Anthemic.
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 Nice.
I like words. All right. All right. Cool. Thank you both very much for joining us here. Right now, we're going to take a look at some songs in case you missed them. Earlier, last year, was it? We released the Hailstorm song pack, another hard rock female-fronted group. I don't think they're from the Los Angeles area. I'm not sure where Hailstorm hails from. But we released this song pack in 2017, 2 years ago, November 2017, which included I Get Off, I Miss the Misery, and Ms. Hyde. We had previously had another Hailstorm song, so if you're looking at the sheet there, the page there, Love Bites, So Do I, that appeared on the female lead song pack from 2014, which also included Evanescence. Oh, nope, I was wrong. That song, female lead song pack, I did not write down the rest of that one. But also another sort of heavier female-fronted band, Evanescence. The Evanescence song pack came out in 2017, January of 2017, which included Everybody's Full, Going Under, My Immortal. And then when that song pack came out, we had a lot of people asking where the song Wake Me Up was. Where's Wake Me Up? We want Wake Me Up. To which our reply was, that song is called Bring Me to Life and was introduced in Rock Hits 3 way back in 2012. So if you're looking for the Wake Me Up song, look for Bring Me to Life in way old DLC from Rocksmith. Also, the Pretty Reckless. There we go. The Women Who Rock song pack. Heaven Knows appeared in that one, along with the Donnas' Take It Off, Holes, Celebrity Skin, and Flyleaf's I'm So Sick. So if you're looking for some female-fronted, heavier, more aggressive music, that is some of the stuff that you should look for. Coming up at the end of the stream, we're going to have one more giveaway, but that will come after we introduce our next guests. Hello.
Hi.
Brian Pody, how you doing?
Good.
Good,
How are you?
good. You look tired. Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired today, aren't they?
I don't know.
I'm tired.
Are you?
I mean, yeah,
You're
I am.
projecting.
I'm projecting. Yeah, that's probably. I do that. I'm real bad about that.
I'm caffeinated.
You're caffeinated. I tried. I forgot to get more coffee. Brian Pody, welcome back to the
Thank
stream. Emmy, welcome back to the stream.
Thanks.
Hey, are you tired? You're caffeinated.
I'm
You're
caffeinated.
good. I'm projecting my tiredness onto you, which is probably fine.
I'll be tired later.
Yeah, me too. I'll continue to be tired later. So you are playing the final song in this week's song pack, "Make Me Wanna Die."
Mm-hmm.
I say cheerily. And you requested this one. Did you have a certain fondness for this one?
I just like the band.
You just like the band? Yeah, it's a
they're
fun.
good.
It's a fun. If I feel like if you when I made the in case you missed it, I could have I think just as easily put Motley Crue on there. I think it's that same sort of genealogical path.
Yeah, like
pathway.
kind of fun rock music.
Yeah, yeah,
Like it's got a little bit of a dark edge, but it's just fun.
yeah.
It is fun. I wanted to do the whole pack.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at "Make Me Wanna Die," which is also in E flat standard.
It is in E flat, yeah.
Speaking of fun,
It's got a kill switch. Oh, and I'm playing the rhythm path because I think it's actually more fun than the lead path.
oh okay.
I stuck with bass. Keep it simple.
I'm alive. Never was a girl with a wicked mind, but everything looks better when the sun goes down. I had everything, opportunities for eternity, and I could belong to the night. Your eyes, I can see in your eyes. You make me wanna die. I'll never be good enough. You make me wanna die. And everything you love will burn up in the light. Every time I look inside your eyes, you make me wanna die. Taste me, drink my
So we had a couple questions. Ricky Guitarist wants to know if this model, this Epiphone, came with a kill switch, or if that's something we did.
This model comes with a kill switch.
Which model is that?
It's the Epiphone Explorer GT.
GT? Okay, cool.
It's
So-
actually a cool little guitar.
Yeah. And so you didn't do that. That was already on there.
Yeah.
Cool. And somebody else wanted to know, I think I lost their name, if there are alternate ways to do the palm mutes. I'm not quite sure which part of the palm mute they're asking about. If it's because I saw you were doing up and down strokes. You were doing alternate.
Yeah. That part probably would sound a little better if I downpicked all of it. But,
But it's exhausting.
yeah, it's like it's fast enough that it's uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean the actual technique itself is just resting the fleshy part of your hand right against the edge of the strings where they break over the saddles. So you get a muted sound as opposed to.
But don't go too heavy, because you'll dampen it too much and detune.
Then you're Anthrax.
You were
It's a
cool.
different song.
Completely different song. And I think that was all that we had. Yeah, I think that was all the questions we had. So what was different between the rhythm path and the lead path?
The lead path didn't have the
Like arpeggiated?
chunky like chugga chugga
Oh,
part.
okay.
It just had a couple of single notes that are just sort of some like flavor on the top.
Sure. So you wanted to chugga chugga
Yeah.
through this. That's fine. And the bass part moves pretty well, and it's all over that neck.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah.
It's fun, though.
The
Yeah.
bass player is really good.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else we wanted to say about the Pretty Reckless?
Buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it now.
It's a fun pack.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you both very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. And right now, we are going to do our final giveaway. Are you excited? Oh, and you got
Oh,
muted.
we're
And they're
muted.
muted. They just said they're really, really excited.
I-
For oh,
Yeah, that was some like priceless life advice right there.
Yeah. It's too
She'll
bad.
never get.
Too bad it was gone. Lost of time. So, but now, to make up for this lost advice, we're going to give away the second of 2 Ernie Ball prize packs for the day. So please listen to what Brian Turner, a.k.a. UB Jurassic, is saying in the chat. He will be your guide on the pathway to winning one of these Ernie Ball prize packs. If you win, which you must be following the channel in order to win, if you win, you're going to get 2 sets of strings, 1 6-string set, 1 4-string set. You're going to get a package of picks from Ernie Ball, 3 special picks from us here, the Spectrum Plectrum. You're going to get a bright, incredibly red guitar strap from Ernie Ball, as well as the Wonder Wipes and the peg winder, all from Ernie Ball. So make sure you listen to what UB Jurassic says in the chat. If you win, if you were the lucky winner, he will reach out to you through a whisper, and he will get from you your full name, your shipping address, and your telephone number. So make sure you have all of that information on hand to give to him. And if you are outside of the U.S., make sure you split up your address line by line so that I write it correctly and your prize isn't lost in the mail. So good luck on that. And coming up next week, there will be another song pack. If you want to know, if you want to have a little bit of insider, just a little bit of advanced knowledge of what's coming next week, make sure you hit up the forums, the Rocksmith forums tomorrow morning. That is going to be, there will be a clue, like a normal Friday clue from RS222. The only difference is this time, because, as I mentioned earlier, Brian will be away for a little bit. Brian Turner will be away for a little bit. I will be posting the clue. However, since I'm on the West Coast and I'm not going to wake up at 4 a.m., it's going to be posted a bit later, probably closer to 10 a.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure if we're in standard or daylight savings. We're in daylight, so Pacific savings time. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know anything about time. I'm not a time traveler. But 10 a.m. tomorrow, my time, roughly, I'll be posting the clue and helping guide you to some knowledge about what's coming next week. So just go to Rocksmith.com and hit the link to go to the forums from there and check the DLC section. And that way you will find the clue and help people figure out what's on the way next week. If you are on social media, so are we. We're on social media too. We're on Facebook. We're just facebook.com/Rocksmith. And we are on Twitter and Instagram as at Rocksmith Game, which should be right about there. Now I've got a graphic I can point to it. I'm going to stop doing that. I apologize to everybody. It's hacky. It's fine. It's fun, though. So we'll be back next week. We're going to have our usual Thursday stream. So we'll be here at the same time, same place, twitch.com/rocksmithgame. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to take one more look at the Pretty Reckless song pack as we head out, and we'll talk to you very soon. Goodbye.
Was a girl with a wicked mind, but everything looks better when the sun goes down. I had everything, opportunities for eternity, and I could belong to the night. Your eyes, I can see in your eyes, you make me wanna die. I'll never be good enough. You make me wanna die, and everything you love will burn up in the light. And every time I look inside your eyes, you make me wanna die.